Why do we fall? Because there's something inside of you that can only be born in the fire. Because pain is the price of transformation. Because comfort never forged a warrior. Because God doesn't build champions on the mountaintop. He builds them in the valley. You fall, not to stay down, not to quit, not to run. You fall to rise again, with scars that tell the world, I fought, I bled, but I did not break. You think falling is failure. No, falling is training. Falling is discipline. Falling is God's hands pulling away everything that made you soft, that made you weak, that made you doubt who you are. You don't build muscle without resistance. You don't build faith without silence. You don't build strength without struggle. You don't meet God until you've got nothing left. See, everybody wants to be strong, until it's time to go through something that demands strength. Everybody wants to win, until they feel the weight of waiting, the silence of God, the darkness of delay. But listen to me, God is not ignoring you, He's instructing you. The silence is not rejection, it's redirection. The fall is not failure, it's foundation. Because before you step into destiny, God will test your discipline. Before He hands you power, He'll break your pride. Before He takes you up, He'll strip away everything that could poison what He's about to give you. You're not falling apart. You're falling into alignment. Alignment with His will, His timing, His authority. He's not trying to destroy you. He's trying to deliver you from fear, deliver you from ego, deliver you from the illusion that you're in control. Because let me tell you this, you're not in control, but God is. And when you finally realize that, everything shifts, the weight lifts, the anxiety quiets, the war inside your soul begins to calm, because you know, no matter how hard it gets, you're not walking through it alone. God is still in control. You may not see the way, you may not feel the strength, you may not know the outcome, but faith doesn't require feelings. It requires fire, the kind of fire that says, even when I fall, I rise again. The kind of fire that says, though He slay me, yet will I trust Him. The kind of fire that walks through hell and still keeps heaven in mind. You don't fall because you're weak. You fall because you're being forged. You fall because the pressure you're under is forming the person God created you to be. Lions aren't born, they're made. And if you want to roar, then you've got to bleed. You've got to crawl before you can conquer. You've got to learn pain before you can lead people. You've got to be humbled before you can be honored. So don't curse the fall, bless it, embrace it, let it shape you, let it tear down every illusion and build up every inch of your soul. You're not who you were, and that's the point. Every time you fall, God is removing another layer of who you're not, and revealing who He called you to be, not weak, not average, not broken, but bold, but healed, but unshakable, but holy, because warriors of God aren't made in the spotlight. They're made in silence. They're made when no one is clapping. They're made in nights full of tears and prayers that feel like they bounce off the ceiling. But God hears them, and God sees you, and God is still writing your story. You think you're behind, you think you've wasted too much time, you think it's too late. Let me tell you something, the God who created time is never late. He restores, He redeems, He resurrects. You just need to trust Him, not just when the path is clear, but especially when it's not. Because faith that only works in good times isn't faith, it's convenience. Real faith is forged in fire, and the people who change the world are the ones who walk through fire and keep walking. So yes, you fell, but you're still breathing, you still woke up, you still have a heartbeat, which means God's not done yet. So stand up, wipe your tears, clench your fists, and say it with your chest. I may have fallen, but I'm not finished. I may have cried, but I'm not broken. I may not feel strong, but I serve a God who is. God is still in control, in your confusion, in your heartbreak, in your silence, in your climb, in your fall. He is still writing beauty from your brokenness. You didn't come this far to quit. You didn't suffer this long just to give up. You didn't survive everything behind you just to fall and stay there. Get up, not just for you, but for the people watching, for the legacy you're building, for the God who never left. Why do we fall? To remember that we're not God, to discover who we really are, to grow in grit, to rise in glory, to walk with purpose, to become unstoppable. Because at the end of it all, we may fall 1,000 times, but we only have to rise one more time than we fall, and with God in control, you will,